All right, we are officially in 2025. All right, and that means we are 5 years into the decade already. We are halfway through. So I figured I would do a list of my top 100 songs so far this decade. Now, for this list, I decided to not put them in order by worst to best, just 100, and I'm doing it in alphabetical order by artist. Figure I'm gonna save the full list, you know, end of the decade, make it a little bit easier on myself. But these are all tracks that I think are fantastic and I highly recommend. Just some limits I put on here: only one song per solo artist. So if you are a feature, I'm not counting that, and if you are a member of a group, I'm not counting that either. Yeah, we're gonna do top 100 songs. When I was making this list, I was looking at my list for each year, the videos I had made, and like I was noticing that there were some songs that grew on me a lot, some that may have grew off of me a little bit, and there's even one instance, I won't spoil it yet, but I have a song of the year on here that didn't even make the list, but we'll talk about why later on. I tried to focus on singles for the most part. If it was like a really popular track that, you know, was too big, or a really big track on a certain record, I did count that. But for the most part, mainly singles, mainly singles. Let's get into it. These are my top 100 songs so far this decade. All right, first up, it's 100 gecs. Hollywood Baby from 2023. Also heavily considered ringtone remix with Charlie XCX, Caro Caro Bonito, and Rico Nasty. Like, that track is insane too. I was heavily considering that one. But yeah, I mean, this was such a banger single. The riffs go so hard. Oh my god. All right, next up is actually a track from last year, 2024. And I actually think this is probably the best song from this artist in a while. One of their best singles from a very big rapper who still has not dropped an album yet. But I do think this is like a top 5 song from him, legitimately. A$AP Rocky, Hijack.
Niggas fuck around and stole the flow, and y'all like that? Okay,
The beat.
okay.
Comes back.
And I'm right back. A$AP right up on my gut, and that's a life tap.
I love when those keys come in,
right back.
and it slows down.
Put your trust in me, you on the
And just
right
go into
path.
that
These niggas want
beautiful
my wife back.
Jessica
People
Pratt
want my next track. The
outro.
couples-
Top 5 Rocky track ever, in my opinion. Hopefully the album comes out this year, but regardless, great track. All right, next up, another rapper here. This one is from 2022, actually. Sab Soul, Do Better. This is a heavy one. This is a heavy one. Yeah, man. It's a beautiful track. It's a heavy track. It's an honest track. Again, I've never been a big Sakari guy, but his vocals just work so well here. The next 2 tracks are tracks from last year, so we're just gonna get through them quickly. But Adrian Lanker, Sadness as a Gift. A haunting one, a sad one, but also pretty beautiful, man. String. Adrian Lanker, A Big Thief, beautiful one. All right, another one, again, from 2024. But this is an artist that I've been telling you guys to keep an eye out for. I had my EP of the year in 2024, and I think it's just one of the most exciting, experimental, creative pop artists out there right now. Alice Long You Got with Danny Brown, Bird Without a Nest. Epic track, epic track. Killer track. Again, keep a lookout for Alice. All right, we're taking it back to not too long ago, 2023. Amare, Co-Star, the astrology anthem. Such a bop, dude. Yeah, it's such a cool mix of genres, too. Infectious Hook, man. Infectious Hook. All right, Amare, shout out to her. All right, next one, we're taking it back to 2021. The album came out in 2022, but this single came out in 2021, if I'm not mistaken. Amber Mark, What It Is, smooth R&B jam, soul jam. This is someone I think is gonna drop an album this year. This album that this comes off of is so severely underrated. Man, the production is so good. The bass, that guitar, ripping. All right, last one in the A's. It's from 2022. Is a Brazilian artist who put out a great album that year. But this is like one of the funkiest tracks, I think, so far this decade. Ana Frango Electric Fish. Another one, just killer groove. Insane groove. Hornets. So fun. So fun. All right, next up is one of the biggest rap bangers so far this decade. I guess that's all I can really say. Baby Keem, Kendrick, Family Ties, yeah. I mean, these horns to start off the track. The beat switch. The beat switch.
In my pants. My Uncle G told me that I had a chance, so then I popped out and did it.
Remember the dance he did in the video?
I cannot
oh, Kendrick. This was like the first thing we heard from Kendrick. This is literally the first song we heard from Kendrick this decade. You know what happened after that, so. Banger. Banger. I'd say one of the best rap bangers of the decade so far. All right, calming down the mood a little bit here. We got a 2022 track. It's Biba Doobie, The Perfect Pair. Definitely a few I could have picked from Biba Doobie. The strings though. Next up, a rap track with a pretty like great feature. I'm not gonna lie. The Butcher, Benny the Butcher. Johnny P's caddy. First Griselda member on the list. Now this is probably, this might be J. Cole's best feature verse. It might be his best feature verse.
Never letting them loose. Cold world,
What happened to this J. Cole on Mentally Later? I just don't understand. I guess it was because Benny just brought out the best in him. All right, next one up is a pretty underground artist, but it is a banger. Beyonce, Cuff It. There was a lot to choose from here too. I was really considering 16 Carriages. I really was. But Cuff It, man, it's such a good dance bop, house bop. So many good vocal runs too. Banger. All right, next up, it is a group, and like I said, solo artist and group. I'm counting them individually. A person that was in this group was actually already here. That's Big Thief. Simulation Swarm. Obviously, like Adrian Blanker, just one of the greatest writers alive. Beautiful one from Big Thief. All right, moving on. I think this artist, ever since I've been doing videos, so 2022, 2023, 2024, have all had a song on my Song of the Year list. It's Billie Eilish, Happier Than Ever, the title track. I think this is the best thing she's done so far this decade, and really one of her best tracks, period. It starts off with like that old school, like 50s type of vocal performance. One of my favorite moments this decade, like listening to a track, I think, is this song. Here we go. Let's go. Woo! What a moment. Such an ambitious track. A blaring bass to that rock punkish epic. Like, come on. Incredible. All right, next one is really unexpected collab from an absolute legend and a current pop queen, I guess. Oral, Björk, and Rosalia. 2023. Came out at the tail end of that year, too. And the way their vocals just come in together. Beautiful instrumental. Yeah. The next one is a 7-minute track, Black Country New Road, the place where he inserted the blade. Woo! Like when we're talking top songs of the decade so far, this is up there, man. This is really up there. I mean, the whole progression of this track, man. It had to be a song off Ants From Up There. The first record's good, but I don't love the first record as much as Ants From Up Here. Best part's coming up. Best part's coming up. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. When the rest of the group comes in with the group vocals, oh, it's so good. The progression of this track, the build-up is just stunning. Like I said, I really think it's a contender for the best song this record. You're just fucking so good. So good. All right, funny enough, the next track is from a band that really just rivals Black Country New Road. The two are often compared, but, I mean, different in their own ways, but it's Welcome to Hell. This track is wild. Black Midi. God, Jordy. Just an insane, man. You're insane, man. This one's like, I think the concept of this track is in the perspective like this World War II soldier, if I'm not mistaken. Like, it's just a wild concept for a track. And he's just like the biggest dickhead to these sergeants. A wild track. I don't understand how they came up with this shit. I'm be real. And this track just even gets way more wild. Dude. Their shit was just so chaotic, man. Oh. Ooh, I got dizzy listening to that. I'm not gonna lie to you. All right, incredible. All right, now we got one of my favorite rap tracks, man. Often underappreciated rapper, producer, duo, who put out a really good album last year, and you know this album that this song comes off of is fantastic as well. But it's Blue, The American Dream, Blue in Exile with Miguel, 2020. I love Miguel's hook on this too, man. It's so infectious. Again, great one. I do want to hear that one last bar on that Blue verse though, from his last verse. He's a pretty, there it is, that legendary one.
Until the immigrants ride through whenever they want. Global citizenship, bitch.
Fuck Trump. Pro-immigration bars, hell yeah. All right, next one is from a now defunct group that no longer exists. However, this track goes. Oh, also, the person that's featured on here was already a feature on another track. Buzz Cut, the lead single for this record, went so hard. Brockhampton, Buzz Cut. I feel like we gotta talk about Danny's feature verses like we do J. Cole's.
Pop shit, now you got content. Constant, where to begin? A better ring with medicine pen. Let 'em all in.
God, this goes so hard.
Next to my kin.
Goes so hard. Ooh, the outro. The outro's so good. The one thing I will that probably like takes it away for me not being one of Brockhampton's best. Oh, the horns too. Jesus. It's just because it doesn't involve like all the members. Like it's really like a Kevin abstract Danny Brown track with like some backing vocals from Merlin and Joba, but still an amazing song regardless. That's probably what takes it away from being like well top tier Brockhampton song for me though. Pretty big record from this decade. And there's a few I could have chose too. I actually had one on here and I went back and re-listened to this single and I was like, oh no, this is the one. This is the one. It's Bruno, Anderson .Paak, Silk Sonic, baby. Smoking out the window. That's what I went with. Almost went with Leave the Door Open. Almost, but this one's too fun. Smooth Soul Jam. Throwback Soul Jam. Here we go. All right, next one is We're Starting to Seize now. We're Starting to Seize. I mean, for some people, this might be a controversial one. Personally, I think if you dislike this song and hate the song, you're just no fun. You're no fun, and I really don't want to be around you. But yeah. It's Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion. WAP. WAP. I love this track, man. Good beat, rhymes, chemistry on point. Bars are hilarious. It's just so much fun. Like, I don't understand. If you hate the song, you're a bitch. That's basically my opinion.
Park that Big Mac truck
Right in this little garage. Like, it's just filled with quotables. It's filled with quotables.
I don't cook, I don't clean, but let me tell you, I got this ring.
Gobble me, swallow me, drip down the
Next
side of me.
flow.
Jump on this nigga, I need a king cobra with a hook in it, hope it lean over. He got some money, then
Insane lyrics. Insane lyrics.
Just, I want you to touch that little dangly thing that's swinging the back of my throat. My head can miss.
Bar of the decade. Bar of the decade. Bar of the decade. This is not Top 100 only if you're not fun and annoying. Like, come on. I want you to hit that little dangly thing that swings in the back of my throat. That is like objectively hilarious. That's objectively hilarious. I really think it's probably Cardi's best track. I mean, it's up there for Megan's best track. It is a great track. Like, the beat is killer. The lyrics are fun as hell. The flows are great. The chemistry between the two is off the charts. Like, I mean, it's up there for Cardi and Megan's best. All right, next one up, we got a banger pop track from one of the Connecticut goats, Caroline Polachek. Welcome to my island. The opening track off this record, by the way. Ooh! Oh my God, the high notes. The high notes. I just don't know how she does that with her voice, truly. All right, the next two tracks are tracks from last year, 2024. So we're just gonna go over them a little bit quickly here. But this next one is one of the biggest hits of last year. Chappell Roan, Good Luck Babe, also considered Pink Pony Club. I believe that's 2020, right? God, Good Luck Babe is so damn good. Like the bridge, it's the bridge that sold it for me. It's the bridge that sold it for me. The vocals on the bridge, oh my God. Shout out Chappell, we stand. All right, next one, we're gonna do this one quickly here, because again, song from last year, and it was my song of the year for 2024. Charlie XCX, Girls So Confusing with Lord. Yeah. I will say this though, Forever from How I'm Feeling Now, if this song ever came out, that would have been the one I went with, because that song, oh, that song is so good. Yeah, my song of the year, 2024, as it should be. I ride for you, Charlie. Let's go to the part where Charlie says I ride for you too. I love this outro part. Yeah. All right. Let's take it back to 2020 for this next track from a duo, an R&B duo that I really want to just get back together and make music. It's Chloe and Halle. Do it. They gotta make music together again, man. I'm tired of the solo shit. Look at the harmonies they do together. Banger. Banger, man. All right, next up is Amoeba. Yeah, I went with the Sling track. This is one of my favorite Clairo songs to this day. Might be my favorite Clairo track, man. I could have went with something off the new record, definitely, maybe. But I don't know. Just nothing touches Amoeba for me. Amoeba's so good. And when the drums come in, oh, man. It's funny because I don't think there's another track on Sling that kind of sounds like this at all. Yeah, I like the little funky, groovy vibe that one has, man. Definitely my favorite song off Sling. All right, we're going rap on the next one from 2022. But it's a depressing rap track, man. And I said, will it be the last Griselda member we have when we did the Benny? Answer to that question is no. It's Conway the Machine. Stress. This might be my favorite song from any Griselda member, period. I love this album. I'm so mad that he never released this album on vinyl. But this is one of the best rap albums of the decade. Best Griselda album, in my opinion, too, probably.
Do anybody care that I'm stressed?
I'm stressed too, homie.
Most of my homies died, the rest of them doing time. And do anybody care that I'm stressed?
Depressing one, man. Again, where he's really opening up about his mental health. Conway just let it all out with the honesty and like, shit, man. That is a heavy rap song. Talks about depression, anxiety, stress, suicide, abuse. Like, it gets into everything, man. It is a heavy one. All right, continuing the rap tracks, also from that year. This is undoubtedly the best track from this artist from this decade so far to me. Denzel Curry, Walkin'. It's one of the best rap songs this decade. Up there. Got the poster in the back. She beautiful jazz rap fusion. Switch up on the flow. Let's go.
As I told my cigarette, which I don't even smoke.
Keep on walking, ain't no stopping in this dirty, filthy, rotten, nasty little world we call a home.
The rhyme scheme, the flow, like those vocals on, I don't know if it's a sample or if it's just vocals to use for some people, like, whew, just a great jazz rap fusion. All right, next track is also from last year, very high on my year-end list. I believe this was number 4 for 2024 for me. Could play some of it, but it's the future, it's the everything. It's one of the best out. Doechii, Alter Ego JT, which was an underappreciated one, I feel like. I'm sure she would make probably a better track after that too, to be honest. All right, next one, 2022, again. Dami and JD Beck with Anderson .Paak, Take a Chance. Some of my favorite melodies on any song to come out in the 2020s.
Blame it on my foolishness that I would rather, but if we speaking truthfully, I'm just an asshole. God won't give me more than I can handle.
Melodies are so good on this one. This song's so cute. All right, next up, we're doing a huge pop track. One of the biggest pop tracks, I think, of the decade, probably. I love this one, man. This is another one where I had like a really good first reaction to it. I wish I was making videos back then, but yeah. It's Miss Dua Lipa, Levitating. Not the DaBaby version, because the DaBaby version, it added nothing to the original track. Can I just say that? Added nothing to the original track. That hook the last time, that hook, that bridge.
I got you, moonlight, you're my starlight. I
Yo.
need you all night. Come on, dance. I'm levitating. Fly away with
That last hook hits the best. One of the best pop songs of the decade, but like one of the best hooks too. The most explosive. I love how explosive the chorus is. It's such a good chorus. All right, number 32. We're going with rap again. One of my favorite rappers of all time, quite frankly. Earl Sweatshirt, 2010.
Bet that head crack blunt force. Cozy with the East Africans up north where 7 make it 3 turn
The
to 10.
beat is so weird, in the best way. The synths are just, it's so strange. Good beat though, man. Oh, this part too, my favorite part, man. 5-0s on me like the Olympics. That's like a quadruple entendre. Earl Sweatshirt, one of my favorite rappers ever, man. Definitely my favorite track from him this decade. Next one is interesting because this next track actually did not end up on any of my song of the year. It's a recent one kind of, but it did not end up on any of my song of the year list because it actually came out in 2023 and I did not hear it until 2024. And if I had heard it before then, I would have ended up on that list. But from a Connecticut guy, maybe I'm a little biased for that, but still. It's Eric DOA. Dancing with Somebody. I have been replaying this track for the past year so hard. Love that one, man. Eric DOA representing Connecticut strong. We don't got many artists out here, but you know, he's showing we got some talent. All right, next one is from one of the greatest songwriters to ever exist on planet Earth. Shamika. Fiona Apple.
Just for me, just to be crashed in.
Shout out Shamika.
Shamika said I had potential.
Piano chords on this. Can't wait for the next Fiona Apple album in 5 years. It's such a cool song too, like a song written for a person in a younger childhood that really uplifted her. Just how a moment can have such an impact on someone's life. Who knows? If Shamika didn't exist, maybe Fiona Apple would never be the artist she is today. All right, next up. All right, so this artist I had a few to pick from. Surprisingly enough, like they had a song that ended up very high in my 2024 list, but I went back and I was like, this one actually ended up higher on the 2022 list. And then I went back and listened to it. I was like, oh, okay, yeah, that's why. FKA Twigs. It's actually Meta Angel off of Capri Songs. But man, this one is so good. It's such a beautiful ballad, man. There's FKA Twigs. Hell yeah. All right, next one, 2024 track, but one of the best R&B tracks of the decade. It's Flow, Called Up. like the guitar, the chemistry, the vocals, the throwback style, but with a modern twist. They're great. Flow is great. All right. Oh my God. Next up, 37. I forgot this artist even dropped this decade. It's kind of wild they actually even dropped this decade. But this is one of like 2 things they dropped, literally. And it still made it down to the list. Frank Ocean, Dear April. The writing on this song is so good, man. You guys ever seen the movie Past Lives? I feel like this song is the embodiment of that film.
Are you watching him? Are you watching?
Such beautiful writing, dude. He's never coming back, but it is what it is. At least he gave us this decade. All right, next one is one of the best artists out of Australia. It's Genesis Owusu. It's actually Leaving the Light. I could have went with something off Smiling with No Teeth, but I remember, like, this is my favorite single, I think, from him. I remember my first reaction to this on stream when it came out. It's such a cool, like, punkish banger, man. And that groove, again, especially when it drops.
Put my hand up on my heart. I beat my chest. The chaos moving down and down.
I think we're gonna do Genesis Owusu this year too. Next one is a track that was number 3 on 2024. I'm not gonna listen to all of it because it's a long one, but it's Holy Holy, Jordy Grief, wild song, unhinged performance, sick progression, amazing build up, just incredible track, man, and one of a kind track. I'll just say that. On here twice technically. So was shout out Adrian Linker. So was she.
You must have heard about me.
Everyone knows my name. All right, yeah, we already know how wild that one is. All right, we're doing one for 2023. It is a psychedelic vapor wave extravaganza. George Clanton, I've Been Young. It's a cool throwback vaporwave, man. Vaporwave banger by George Clanton. Hell yeah, I've Been Young. All right, next one. I don't know if Noah's still in here, but I know Noah's gonna love this one. It's from 2020. It's a weird-ass collab that worked so damn well. It's Gorillaz. Pac-Man with Schoolboy Q. I want a Song Machine Part 2, man. Season 1. We never got a Season 2. Never got a Season 2.
When I ain't got nothing to sell, I shatter my thoughts to get out my shell. Why would I hold my tongue to tuck in my tails? Ay.
Like, Schoolboy Q over Gorillaz production is so cool. It's so cool.
My type, you died and still ain't living.
Ooh, and a little Pac-Man sample. Yeah, killer one. Such a cool collab. All right, next one is pop track for 2023. I completely forgot to put this person in my most anticipated albums of the year thing, but really, really anticipating this record. Hopefully she puts one out. It's Hemlock Springs. It's Sever in the Bright. One of the best 80s pop tracks so far in the 2020s. All right, moving on from there, we have a 2020 track, punkish, rockish track, but from a band that's put a lot of stuff this decade, put out a lot of stuff, put out an album last year, but this song and this single went so damn hard. It really was like a protest anthem too. Grounds, Idols. This is probably my favorite Idols album. So, best Idols song? I agree. This is my favorite Idols track to this day. Good message, good writing, and just killer production. This song really just wants me, it makes me just want to go out and like wreck shit.
A million daughters from 100,000 guns.
It makes me want to ride. Banger, 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 anthem. Well written, and the production just absolutely rips. It absolutely rips. All right, next one. We're getting sad, guys. I'm not gonna lie. We're getting sad. Injury Reserve. Knees. Experimental, but heavy.
I think these niggas might be lying.
It's such a unique song, too, dude. Delivery.
We ain't got the green
cadence.
like that.
The instrumental is like eerie. Injury Reserve. Grogs. Rest in peace. All right. Ooh. We only got like 5 or 6 left here, but James Blake, say what you will. Love this album this comes off of, but a beautiful single. One of my favorite James singles, truthfully. Dude, James, man. Yeah. Damn. Damn, the holding the note, James. Fuck. That I forgot how good that was. Holy shit. Yeah, great track. All right, 46. Magic, I Want You, Jane Remover from last year, obviously. My favorite Jane Remover track as of now. Also really, really like, I've been playing the hell out of Flash in the Pan as well. Playing the hell out of that one too, but this one still my favorite. I will say though, I might have to go back and re-listen, but I was not really big on Junior. Hoping there's more songs like that on the new Jane Remover. I'll just say that. This group just announced a announcement for an album. I guess that's the thing we're doing, whatever. But they're going on tour. They just announced a tour and they did announce an album. It's been 4 years, and this is one of my favorite pop songs of the 2020s, hands down. Japanese Breakfast, Be Sweet. Oh, what a pop tune. What a pop tune. They have concepts of an album, like Harry Styles. Wait, who said that? Oh, it's Trump. Yeah, right. We have concepts of a plan. Such a sweet, catchy tune, man. Next up, we only got like 3 more. One of the best R&B songs from the 2020s. Let's go. I don't know if this person's ever coming back, but maybe. Jasmine Sullivan, Pick Up Your Feelings.
Come and pick up your feelings.
Not many vocalists as good as Jasmine Sullivan, man. I don't know. She's been pretty quiet. She's usually very quiet, but it's been a while since Hotels. It's a shame she doesn't hop on more songs. Seriously, too good of a voice not to be on more songs. This next one is one of the most beautiful, underrated collabs from one of the biggest artists on the planet, and one that, you know, isn't as big, but has been killing it over the past couple years. This track did not give enough recognition when it came out, but it is absolutely beautiful. It's Gene Dawson and SZA. No Seasons. The Woodwinds. Oh my God, this instrumental is beautiful. It's gorgeous. It's, I remember SZA posted on her Instagram last year that she loves this song, but she doesn't like her vocals on it. And her vocals are so good on this song. The chemistry they have together is so good. One of the most beautiful instrumentals I've heard in the 2020. Oh my, like what the? Damn, how is SZA on that song? It still doesn't get it's still underrated. That is crime. But last one, I had trouble picking this one. Because the queen of disco right now, man. It's Jessie Ware. Spotlight. Oh yeah, Jessie was gonna be on here. She had a huge 2020s. Spotlight. Ooh, Spotlight's good. Yeah, Spotlight is good. Bang. Hi guys. JID. Surround Sound with 21 Savage and Baby Tate. This song went super viral years after. Just last year it went viral, right? With that challenge.
Push the fucking pack off of the porch or break a pound.
Sampling that classic Mos Def track. There's a lot of JID tracks you could have chose. Cody Blue 31. Yeah. This is probably my rap record of the decade so far. This JID record. Great 21 verse too. Baby Tate's verse is so minimal. We need more of her. Next track. This was number 3, I believe, in 2022 for me on my list. It was somewhere in the top 3 or 5 or something. It's Joey Badass. Survivor's Guilt. This one is a tearjerker, man. This one's heavy. I'll just, spoiler, we have some tearjerkers coming up. One of my favorite Joey songs, maybe his best song. Joey, man, sheesh. Yeah, great track, one of his best. All right, we're gonna turn it up a little bit. The Baddest, Joey Valence and Bray from last year. Absolute banger. Such a banger, man. Banger. All right, next, we're going back to sad, guys. We're going back to sad. We're keeping it in the J's still. We got a few more J's left to go, but it's Joji. Glimpse of Us. Just a gorgeous ballad, gorgeous vocals. Love the writing too, man. Like this perspective of being in a relationship with someone, but kind of stuck in that last relationship that you did not get over. Gorgeous, gorgeous. Okay. All right, now we got another bop. We got another bop here. It's from 2023. Best song by Jorja Smith, in my opinion. I still love this track. I'm still going back to this track a lot. I wish she made more songs in this lane. I don't understand why. I feel like this is her lane. She should do more of this. This clubby, dance hall type of feel. I hope she could top this song one day too, man. Next artist, I had a lot to choose from. One of my favorite rappers of the past 7 years or so, 6 or 7 years or so at this point. But this was just the one. This one just made the most sense. JPEG Mafia. Hazard Duty Pay.
Can't tell what you mean. How does your black feel like business to me? Industry lies never line up on screen. He keeps calling to feel like a dream.
I just can't get over the sample. Such a cool sample. That was the last of the J's. We're starting the K's now. This artist too, a lot to choose from. Almost went with the song Moonlight, but I went with this one. Kali Uchis. Bilingual Queen. Yeah, I do love how she goes from the Spanish right and smoothly into the English on this one too. This is what made me pick it. This part right here. See it all on your face ×2. Next up, Kaytranada. Intimidated with her. The drums on this song hit so hard. I love her vocals on it. I wish her got more Kaytranada songs now. Like, I can't believe it's the only one we got from them. Ooh. That Kaytranada drum package is crazy. K, again, We're just gonna do this one quickly, but one of the greatest diss tracks of all time. I will say, this knocked out my song of the year. 2022, my song of the year was The Heart Part 5 was my song of the year, but I had to pick this over. This was number 2 last year for me. It's just one of the most disrespectful diss tracks ever, and it's catchy as hell, and the bars are fun as hell, so yeah, I had to go with this one. I couldn't go. I love The Heart Part 5. It was literally my song of the year. I couldn't go with it over one of the diss tracks. I just couldn't. I think these songs were just too impactful. Yeah, I mean, we already know it. We've heard it a million times already. All right. Oh my God. The next one. Can we please get a new Caro Caro Bonito album soon? It's been too long. But The Princess and the Clock, Caro Caro Bonito. Yeah, Caro Caro Bonito, just such creative, fun pop artist, man. I just need a new album so bad. So good. All right, we're getting vibey in the next one. It's King Cruel. Mr. Archie with Seaforth. Just really smooth, vibey, little indie rock track. Vibey little indie rock one. All right, next one was I believe number 2 on my 2023 song of the year. It's Miss Lana Del Rey, A&W. One of her most ambitious tracks, I think. This was one of my favorite like reactions too, was hearing this switch up for the first time. The bass coming in. Yeah, the fact that Lana walked away with no Grammys for this entire album is just really dumb. Really dumb. This one was in my top 10 2024. Leve Goddess, another one where I believe this is her best song so far. So well produced. The bridge area towards the end is just stunning. Has me excited for a new Leve hopefully this year. Let's just go to that bridge, that incredible bridge. The crescendos. Stunning. All right, next up, Future said it. If this person wasn't here, you're gonna riot. Well, guess what? She's here. Leanne LaHavis, Bittersweet. Oh, man, the vocals on this song? Could've also gone with the Weird Fishes cover, but nah, this one, stunning vocals. Stunning. And again, please, Leanne, please, if you can hear us, give us a new album this year. Please, just please. What a voice. One of the best vocal performances on any song this decade, I would say. All right, next one is from 2021, is one of my favorite pop tracks this decade. It's Absolute Anthem. It is a heroic banger-like track. It's Lil Nas X, Industry Baby, with what is probably the only time I've actually enjoyed Jack Harlow. Those horns are so triumphant. Still hoping for a Lil Nas X comeback. I don't know if it's gonna happen, but I think the album this comes off of is really good. It's just such a I told you so victory anthem. Montero, so many bops on it. From there, probably my song of the year from that year, if I was making content, Lil Sims, Introvert. The live instrumentation, dude. I'd go as far as to say one of the most like grand rap songs ever, maybe. One of the best rap intros too. Parts of the world still living in apartheid. String arrangements, oh my God. I wasn't making content at this time, but I feel like this would have been my song of the year that year. All right, next up, we're getting sad. We're getting sad again. We're in the M's now, by the way. That was the last of the L's. We're in the M's. Good news, Mac Miller. Those plucky strings, man. Like how much he talks about death in this single track is really eerie, man. Just a hauntingly gorgeous, beautiful track. All right, next one up. Number 3 last year for me, Magdalena Bay, Death and Romance. Just a great pop track. There was a few I considered for Magdalena Bay. Was really almost picked You Lose. That song is great. Also, Secrets, Your Fire, and also Top Dog was another one I considered. But yeah, I mean, Death and Romance it's just too good. Too layered. Just good ass synth pop, man. All right, next up, underappreciated, underrated rapper right now. Hopefully he has an album coming out next year. I believe he does. But this is one of my favorite rap songs up there. Top 10-5 for my favorite rap songs this decade so far. It's McKinley Dixon, Run, Run, Run. Great album. I actually re-listened to it the other week. Still great. Highly recommend it if you haven't heard it. It's like a short record. It's like 25 minutes or so. If you like Kendrick, you'll love this album. Jazzy, lyrically really thoughtful, mute. Such a sticky chorus too. Yeah, great songwriting. He's a great writer. So good. Next one. We're getting sad again. Last in the M's. A viral one from last year. An unexpected hit from last year. From someone who's been in the game for a while. My Love, Mine, All Mine. Mitski. Yeah, this song has 1 billion fucking streams. 1.4 billion. And I don't think the song got radio play. Definitely not. Mitski, Sad Anthem. Thank you very much. All right, next one is The Last in the End, or it's the only N, actually. The only person with the N name here. Song from last year. The Archives, Crowded Rooms. Great jungle drum and bass track with really, really good songwriting about social anxiety. Yeah, sick drum and bass track. Shout out Nia. Next up, we go into the only O here. The only O. Can we guess the only O? I think you guys can guess the only O. O-Rod. Vampire. Yeah, this was the one for me. I had Deja Vu, was considering it, but then I went back and heard this one, and I was like, nah, I think this is her best single. I do. The one that does it for me on this song is one, the vocal performance is stunning. The drum breaks. The 3 drum breaks? What a vocal performance, man. How did this song not get a Grammy at the very least? The drum break. Yeah. They both killed that. Power ballad, man. Power ballad. Next up, one of the greatest bands of all time. Paramore. This Is Why. This album is probably my favorite Paramore album. I just love how rock this track is. Like, this isn't really pop rock. This is just straight up rock. Banger. Afterlaughter's good, really good too. Probably like my second favorite Paramore. All right, next up, so many songs I could have chose from this one. Again, another instance. It's funny, this person had a very influential big album in the 2020s with a lot of great singles, but I actually didn't end up going with a single off that record. I actually went with like a little side song that they put out, I believe in 2022 for either a film or a TV show or something. This one is, it's Phoebe Bridgers. Sidelines. Phoebe, please come back. Please. I know Boy Genius did technically just drop not that long ago, but man, I would like some new solo Phoebe. All right, next. Shortest song, I think, on this entire playlist. A few I could have went with this person, too. I'm saying this a lot, but yeah. Pink Pantheress, the GOAT. It's the classic one. It's the one that put her on the map. Consider Boy's a Liar with Ice Spice, for sure. But I will never forget, I went to an Earl Sweatshirt concert in like 2022. They went crazy for the song. Hey.
When you wipe your tears, do you wipe them just for me?
Yeah, Pink Pantheress, the GOAT. Yeah, 2021 right here, coming up next. Rest in peace. It's Pop Smoke. Make It Rain. Rowdy Rebel. This shit goes hard. This shit goes hard. Vibe switch for sure, but yeah, Pop Smoke, he had such a voice. Such a voice. I probably would have picked Dior, but it came out in 2019. Also, side note, the guy, Rowdy Rebel, his feature verse on here, it's a jail verse. It has to be like the hardest jail verse ever. Banger. Rest in peace, Pop Smoke, man. All right, this is like number 5 last year for me. Port Robinson, Cheerleader. Look at the Sky and Musician were like, oh. I still think probably Nurture is the best album for him from the decade, but this is the best single, I think. The chorus. Oh yeah, I forgot I had that behind. I've had that there for like a month almost now. All right, next up is one of my favorite rappers of all time, period. Just some of the best one-liners you'll ever get out of someone. It's King Push. Diet Coke. King Push. Some of the best with the bars. All right, we're heading into Q now. It's gonna be Quadeca. Born Yesterday. Don't really know how to pin down the sound of this one. It's shoegazy, it's rocky, it's glitchy, electronic. A lot of elements going on. Super unique. This one has a really beautiful build-up. All right, next up is one for 2024. We'll go through it real quick. Miss Rachel Chena Riri, Never Need Me. One of the best pop artists out of the UK right now.
I thought you never need me.
Just an awesome pop rock fusion. For the next few, we're going into the year 2020. All right, we're going back to 2020. Love this track. It's Rico Nasty, iPhone, produced by Dylan Brady. Oh, my favorite part. He on my hip like a Tamagotchi. What you guys know about that? I need a Dylan Brady, Rico Nasty collab album. Got to get paid some bop too. Anything her and Dylan Brady do or 100 Gex do turns to gold. I miss hyperpop, dude. I miss hyperpop. Next up, like I said, we're staying in the year 2020. I need this artist to come back this year strong. All right. Rina Soeyama, XS. She was special. She was special.
More.
The riffs. There's a Breed Runway remix of XS? I don't think I've ever heard that. This album's a classic. I'm saying it. Classic. This album was just so ambitious and so artful, and like Hold the Girl was so obvious. It was very much like Crash. Her and Charlie did the same thing. They went in a really mainstream direction. But Charlie, album after, you know, went back to her ways. It still was commercial, and it worked. Hopefully that's the same thing for Rena. I'm hoping. Staying in the year 2020 for the next one. Shout out Rena. Hopefully we get something from her this year, and she's back to doing stuff like that. It's a rap track. The Jewels. Ooh la la. Oh. Fucking accidentally added the clean version. Whatever. Did not mean to do that. Banger though. Next up, my song of the year for 2023, if you guys remember. We'll see. We'll get into the teas. We'll see who's there. Who knows? Who knows what can happen? Who knows who can be on the list next? But we're in the S's now. This is my song of the year for 2023. It's Sampha. Spirit 2.0. Such a spiritual song. This was such a bass song of the year pick from me. I'm sorry. I didn't really see anyone else have this song as song of the year. Like, Girls So Confusing, that was at the top of everyone's list. Sampha, my song of the year that year. Incredible. I think this was another one that was really high on my list. This might have been number 2, 2022. It's a hit. It's catchy as fuck. Steve Lacy, Bad Habit. I'm sorry. This is one of the best hits in recent memory. And it's such an unconventional hit. It went number 1, right? It's such an unconventional number 1. Was it really big? Maybe a little overplayed? Maybe. But like the writing is so good. And the structure of the track is so weird for a number 1 hit. Insanely catchy. Now we are at the door. At the door. The Strokes. Comeback single from the band. Thoughtful writing. Pretty awesome production too. Next up, Sudan Archive, Homemaker. Only bad bitches in my trellis. And baby, I'm the baddest. Wake me up when because this one has a little bit of a poppy or hip hop feel in this single too. Sudan Archive, she's great. Hopefully we get new music from her too this year. All right, we're going sad mode again, man. Sufjan Stevens. Will Anybody Ever Love Me? It's a tearjerker. This was my album of the year. This is my album of the year in 2023. Sufjan, man. Thank you for that beautiful one. All right. Still in the S's here. The last in the S's. Who's it going to be? The last in the S's. Who's it going to be? I did give SZA a solo track. Snooze. I'm so that like you, that bitch, I do it all and I'm around, you're scared to do. The melody on this chorus, man. What a top 5 SZA song for me. Snooze, SZA. Great one. All right. Another artist that needs to drop this year or we will be mad. Tame Impala. Borderline. Nice psychedelic one. Infectious psychedelic hook. Next up, still in the tease here, I am beating the hater allegations. All right? I hate Taylor Swift, though. Exile. Taylor Swift with Bon Iver. Probably my favorite Taylor Swift song. Her and Justin vocally on here. So much chemistry. Hoping for a Bon Iver record this year. Where he's not doing the electronic stuff, even though the electronic stuff is cool. So gorgeous, man, gorgeous. Gotta give credit to Taylor where it's due, and Justin as well. This gorgeous track, so much chemistry between the two of them. Strong writing, yeah. All right, we're switching up. This is one of my most played songs of the 2020s. It's so fun. Thundercat, Dragon Ball Durag, crazy lineup. I don't know if you guys ever watched the video for this. Crazy lineup. You got Quinta Brunson in there, the Haim sisters. Who else is it? It's Kali Uchis. Like, it's a crazy lineup for a video. I really hope Thundercat drops his album this year that he said he was working on. This legendary video. Quinta Brunson, a Kali in there, and there's the Haim sister. So random. That's it. I thought there was someone else. Like, such a fun one from Thundercat. All right, next up, TK Maidza, 24K. But this is a dope hip house. Ooh. Best EP since 20. I think this was definitely up there for the EPs of the 20s. This is my EP of the year that year for sure. Awake, considered that one. Considered Kashmir as well. You know what? A song I love off this EP that goes so hard. Grasshopper. Oh my god, that song is insane. The Flow. All right, we got another groovy one here from another guy I think is an indie legend, I would say. Tori Ma. The Loop. Yeah, funky, groovy. Love that one a lot. All right. We got about 6 more here. Yeah, Stone the T's here. This is a great one. This is a great one. Troye Sivan, Rush. Such a good house track, man. Best Troye Sivan song still. Album was good when it came out, but I still think this was like top tier. He's definitely found his lane though with his house sound. Those like gang chorus vocals. Ooh. That post chorus. I feel the rush. Addicted to your touch. Next up, I had a hard time picking with this one too, but I think this is just like a perfect embodiment of this artist in general. This track is, so I had to go with this one. Tyler the Creator. Sorry Not Sorry.
The stretch when niggas ain't get impressed by niggas hopping gate. Thinking it's slow, you ain't supposed to make it past 18. No escape. Figure 8 cycle when I promise.
Top 5 Tyler track. Climax. Fuck them. Crazy. All right, we knew this next artist was coming. I had a hard time picking this artist. It would have been an obvious one for me if the song came out in the 2020s, but actually came out in 2019. So I was like, do I go with a song off like the other record? I went with this one, and I like this pick. It is The Weeknd, and I picked the title track off After Hours. There was a lot I considered. Almost went with Take My Breath, In Your Eyes. It was great.
You did some things that you regret, still right for you.
What happened to This Weeknd? Why? Where is This Weeknd at? Where is he? Where? I'm sure there'll be great tracks. Like there's never a Weeknd album that doesn't have like really standout tracks. Well, besides Kissland. But, you know. Wise Blood, God Turned Me Into a Flower. Ooh. I haven't gone back to this Wise Blood album much, but this is a freaking incredible single. Also, remember when Chloe like copied her for the album cover? Beautiful. All right, we got last 2 here. One of the best country songs of the year, or of the decade. One of the best country songs of the decade. Pink Skies, Zach Bryan. A heartbreaker one. Yeah, great vocals, harmonica. All right, last track. We're ending it off with, I think, a hilarious one. I think we're ending it off with it's such a funny way to end it off. 100th track, fucking Zach Fox. Fuck Around and Find Out. There was a single art for this that was a lot better. I hate this album cover so much. It's so cringe, and not in like cringe as like it's funny, but I mean cringe as in like when I look at it, I like actually cringe. Not cringe in that term, but like I physically cringe.
Run up if you wanna. Chopper what I'm holding. 2 shots finna stop you while you talking like a calling.
That's a bar. That's a bar. All right, there it is. That's the end. 100 tracks done. Yeah, that's it. It's gonna be interesting to see 5 years from now what will be left out of my list, what will be on it. Sure, there's gonna be a lot of tracks that are gonna be cut from here, unfortunately, but it's been a great decade so far. So many great tracks. There's gonna be a playlist in the description if you guys want to check out the Spotify playlist I have of all these tracks. Definitely check it out.